Alright, Nautilus and Riven bans very quickly from Curse. A Mundo ban from Epik. Not surprising. Mundo is a great jungler, and on top of being very powerful, Crumbs is a very good Mundo player.
Yeah, I've been watching his stream a lot because I've been trying to learn jungle, and he plays a lot of powerful Mundo. Jungle clear time really fast. His ganks are really strong because early game he has so much AD, he can just burst down. And if you land the cleaver, it's a nice slow to hang on someone and just finish them off. Also, Shen and Cog really good bonus bans. These champions are really kind of broken late game. Combined, both of them with the Janna, for example, it's just too powerful of a comp.
Yeah, well, and the Shen works really well with the Protect the Kog'Maw comp because it also is going to allow split pushing. Now,
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this match because this is the first time that I've gotten to cast or actually even really seen Epik play with their new lineup, with the additions of Afromu, Unstoppable X, and Wings of Death. So, actually, I guess he's just unstoppable now. So I'm really excited to see this. I hear they've been doing very, very well. So I'm excited. I mean, Curse has been playing well too. We saw some very good play from Pobelter in the show match earlier today. But this is Epik. They are, they are a very, very good team. So I'm interested to see how it goes.
Yeah, I want to see how they work together as a team now, because they have 3 new members, right? And Wings of Death really strong. Afromu Unstoppable, also very good players. So I'm interested to see how this goes.
Yeah, and Unstoppable was the 6th man for V8, where he played along with Afromu. So picking up 2 very good players kind of in the restructure after Dyrus left and Dan decided to be a coach.
Yeah. I watched one of their games against CLG, I think. They did fine, but they were still new as a new team, so it wasn't that good.
Yep, and so far in picks we've got Lee Sin, Corki, and Tarek taken by Curse, and Janna, and wow, I almost forgot Nocturne's name. Nocturne taken by Epik. Nocturne, we've actually seen kind of, I don't want to say a resurgence, but I've seen a lot more Nocturne lately. And I know it's one of Crumb's favorite junglers, and we've seen Unstoppable play it a lot. So very excited to see it here in this game. Looks like the pickup on Kennen, who I would usually say is top lane, but we've seen a lot of Kennen mid lately. And probably a lock-in on Sivir here as the AD.
Yeah, this would be the second time Sivir is played in this tournament, right? We just don't see her that often in solo queue.
Yeah, Sivir was played in the earlier game, but that was just a show match. Since we had to delay the Team Dynamic CLG game, we were able to get a show match, so we had something for people to see.
Alright.
If you refresh the stream, we do have caster names in the title now, but just for those of you who missed it, I am Hawkeye, and wow, words are difficult. Commentating with me today is Cossack.
Yeah.
Interesting on the Aurelia pick. Aurelia, I hope we see a little bit of a resurgence. Aurelia is very fun to watch.
Yeah, the nerf didn't really hurt Aurelia at all. I mean, the only downfall is when you activate it, it's just the same one as when it was... Sorry, I can't find words either. Before she was nerfed.
Oh man, neither of us can find words. This is going to be a fun day.
Yeah.
And we do have Jackie possibly with the Annie pick here. We've seen it a couple times from him. And the Aurelia as well. Curse does have their full lineup for this game. Elements and Jackie are back into this one. Neither of them played in the show match. Unfortunately, not seeing the Vigar from Jackie, which I love to watch so much. But maybe one of the other games. This is a best of 3. I'd love to see it go to 3 games. We haven't had a whole lot of matches go to 3 games in this event. Most of our games have been 2-0s.
Okay. But yeah, Tyric Corki really strong bottom lane. They can harass on Janna. It's just a super powerful combination. You get the stun, you get a phosphorus bomb from Corki and an auto attack, and Janna's dropped to like 40-50% HP. And Sivir can't block the damage from Phosphorus. It just blocks the revealing effect. So, yeah.
And looks like possibly a Galio lock in here for the final pick. Interesting thing about that is we can see Galio or Kennen mid or top.
Yeah.
So we won't really know until champion swaps who's going where.
I mean, Galio's ult should be interrupted really fast as soon as it's procced. We're probably going to see that. This is, you know, both teams are really, really good. Obviously, they know exactly how to counter a Galio ultimate and a Kennen ultimate. Lee Sin's just going to kick both or maybe one of them and just try to pick off the carries with an any flash Tibbers, for example, and then secure the fight. But yeah, Galio and Kennen, if they do land their ultimates together, it'll be devastating for Curse.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Epic's team comp a little bit better here. Curse is pretty good. You know, Lee Sin very powerful, Aurelia both very good at single target damage. Annie's going to have the stun and Tibbers to put out a lot of quick burst. But I really, really like the possibility for team fighting from Epik here. You know, the combined ults from Kennen and Galio are really going to be tough to deal with. Then you have the Janna for the immediate disengage if those don't work out well for him.
Yeah.
Which is something I think a lot of people, you know, and I used to say this all the time, that Janna actually hurts these AoE comps because she pushes everybody out of the AoEs. But if it's timed right, it can really be helpful, because if things go horribly, horribly wrong when everybody ults, Janna can basically just pop her ult, disengage, and you get to try again.
Also, very situationally, she can flash in front of the Galio and Kennen ults and ult the enemies into those. But that's really rare. It does look good though when it happens. Also, I don't know if you noticed, EG has a lot of movement speed in their comp. They have the Janna passive, Kennen has his Lightning Rush, and then you get the Galio Tornado thing, and yeah, the Sivir ulti.
Yeah, Nocturne's ult, which can basically jump wards and everything. They are going to move pretty quickly, and that'll help them a lot, especially rotating to Dragon and stuff like that in the early game.
Yeah,
but in late game, it'll also let them position better for team fights. Now, we don't see a Clairvoyance on Epik here. They've gone with a heal. And we have a lot of Ignite on Curse. Actually, no Exhaust and no heal.
Yeah, that's true.
And as we head into the game here, I don't know, the lane that I think is going to be the most interesting in this one is probably going to be top lane. We saw Aurelia versus Kennen in the last match. So, and that actually went very, very well for Pobelter. But Kennen's range can really make him a problem for Aurelia. So it could go either way, and I'm really interested to see how it works out.
Yeah, it could also be an AD Kennen.
That is possible, yeah. And that was what we saw a little bit last time. Aurelia went for a lot of magic resist really early, so Kennen converted to AD. Didn't really work out for him at that point, but if he'd started off that way, it could have gone a lot better. Yeah,
I think with a Sivir, a Nocturne, and an AD Kennen, and Janna gets a Starks, or now known as Zeeks, it would complement the team a lot better. Oh, did your game load?
No, mine just crashed. I'm not sure what happened.
Uh-oh. I guess they're remaking.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we had to restart. Element's having problems. He's actually playing. He's not at home. He's on vacation, but he did agree to come in and play for this match. So we should be getting an invite to the game here pretty quickly. Let's see who's created the game. Okay, it doesn't look like we have a new lobby up yet because Elements is checking all of his settings real quick.
Okay.
He's just in a random game as a Mumu. When am I going to forget to hit spectate and play for Curse? I guess probably the first time Curse is in a match they really don't want to win.
People need to see your Tarek.
It's like the only champion I'm even close to decent with. But Curse has Elements, who is far superior to me. Okay. So we just need to get Salsa and Pobelter to switch. And then we can actually get this best of 3 going.
Yep. So you said you liked EG's comp better. Are you in favor of AoE comps? Is that what you? Is that the style you like seeing played? Just full on engage.
Yeah, I'd like to see the AoE comps. I mean, they're great because of that incredible engage power they have, but the downside is going to be we don't see as many. Like, if they blow their ults and they're not able to fight, they kind of have to run around for a little bit waiting for Kennen and Galio ult to come back up. Now, not that they can't fight without them, but they would certainly prefer not to when you're based around those AoE ults like that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they do have the movement speed and the Janna ult to just disengage whenever they lose those ultimates.
exactly, so they don't have to fight if they don't want to. In most situations, they're really going to have to be caught out to be forced into a fight.
Yeah. Also, Aurelia is really hard to shake off, so I don't know if a Janna ult is enough, even with all that movement speed they have. Because she can just stick on someone and slow him with Mallet or whatever he decides to build, the Triforce. Also, if Kennen is AD and Janna builds Azek's before her Shurelias, and Tarek gets Shurelias before his Zeeks or whatever he wants to buy, Locket, they're gonna have the advantage to chase with that Shurelias, get a stun off, Tibbers after the ultimates. So it can go either way.
Yeah, certainly going to be an interesting set here. I don't know, a lot of it's going to come down, these are all really skilled players, so it's hard to say any lane will have a particular advantage. I don't know how well Annie's going to do against Galio. Because Galio's just going to stack magic with this, and Annie relies so much on that just immediate burst to get somebody down. Lee Sin ganking will help, but you know, especially once Galio's got his ult, you're going to have Nocturne flying in pretty much from where Jackie can't even see him.
Yeah. We could see Annie rushing Sorcerer's Shoes, and as soon as she gets 6, goes bottom or top and gets a kill. Because even if they see her coming from Tribush or River, she can still flash and Tibbers 1 or 2 people and with that stun duration from her and Tarek supporting her, they should be able to get 1 or 2 kills easy at level 6.
Yeah, so it just depends on how mobile Jackie chooses to go with this. He's very, very good laner, very good at farming, so we don't see Jackie running out of lane a whole lot, but it could work out for him here. They have to worry about getting caught because of the movement speed on Epik. They don't want to get in a lot of situations where they're having to try to run away with 1 or 2 people to, 3 or 4 of Epic's players, because they'll get caught. Alrighty, and I'm going to run a quick commercial as we load into game here. And this will be our first match of the Reign of Gaming Invitational, round 2. Alright, looks like we made it through the commercials, and about 4 seconds here, we're loading into game.
Yeah, good timing. What do you think about Lee Jungle as opposed to Nocturne? Which one do you prefer on your team?
I mean, Lee Sin, just the ganks are so powerful, especially if he's played well. He can come in and do so much damage so quickly. I really, really like Lee Sin jungle, but it depends on how well he's supported. Like, if he's coming in on an Annie stun or a Tarek stun, he's going to be really hard to get away from. The nice thing about Nocturne is he can just kind of fly in from anywhere, even if he's just flying. Even if the other team, has warded really well, he can just kind of jump those wards. So I think Nocturne's going to be tougher on top lane, especially if Kennen is able to put some consistent damage onto Aurelia, because once Kennen lands the stun, we can see Nocturne flying in from beyond the range of wards, and really have that cause a problem.
The reason I don't play Nocturne ever, because just his ultimate bugs, and sometimes it doesn't do damage, and stuff like that just really irritates me. So I decide not to play him. But overall, I wouldn't know how to gank on him. I'm a really bad jungler. But I just like seeing him played. He's such a cool champion.
I don't think we'll see a level 1 fight here, but yeah, it looks like Epik just kind of spreading out, not wanting to get invaded. Curse grouping up bottom. They may be going in after the blue here.
Yeah, Jackie did get his stun first, so we might see an invade on blue. EG is in a really defensive position. They have all their lanes covered.
Yeah, I think it's really going to come down to how early they see Curse. And yeah, Aphromoo is going to see him with plenty of time to get out. The rest of Epik is going to collapse onto their blue here. And looks like Curse is just going to back off.
Yep. Minions have spawned.
Crumb's going to start Wraiths here. Good leash from Jackie.
Yeah, EG had Janna place an early ward on top to help Kennen harass safely and not be worried about Lee Sin ganks.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times Lee Sin is going to go for that early level 2 gank, and top would probably be the best place for it at this point, because Galio starts the game pretty tanky.
Yeah.
And Jackie at level 2 will have a decent job getting his stun up, but he's going to have to burn a lot of mana to do it. So really until level 6, I don't see him going in after Galio very hard.
Yeah, Jackie's doing a good job though, harassing with auto attacks. Annie has a huge range on her melee attacks. Does quite good harass.
Good amount of damage onto elements there. Gonna have to be careful not to get hit by that Sivir Q down in the bushes, because it's usually not gonna go through minions first, which decreases the damage.
Looks like Kennen's running flat AD runes and AP per level with some armor. So he's going for that spam auto attack and late game building into AP, I guess.
And Crumbs goes ahead and grabs blue here. We do have some jungle invade from Nocturne. Possibly going for a gank down bottom though. And could catch elements out here. He's out there placing a ward. Yeah, this could be bad.
Oh, he does get tagged with the Nocturne Q.
Oh, and he's going to go down for first blood. Good awareness. They had the ward there. They saw elements going out, and Unstoppable was able to loop around and pick him up.
Yeah, good positioning.
Crumb's waiting for a gank here, but Kennen not quite moving up far enough to make it worthwhile. Annie might catch Unstoppable here. Good spell shield. Pretty much discouraged Annie from trying anything there.
Yeah, Kennen's ward expired. He might be face checking. Alright, he just shurikened instead of face check, which is always good. Spotting Lee Sin.
Yep, and Crumb's going to have to back off now. He spent a lot of time there, though. That really is going to hurt him here against Unstoppable, who went in and got the early kill. And junglers might actually run into each other here. Now looks like Lee Sin is going to loop around and go after Kennen again.
Yeah, he's a bit behind on farm and XP against the Nocturne. So Nocturne's ganks are going to be stronger, and if he does counter gank, then he will win that fight.
And here they come on the Wings of Death. Knight goes out, lands the Q, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get the kill here. Taking a lot of damage from that tower. Oh, very good job there. Crumbs goes down. And we've got Unstoppable coming in on Pobelter. This could be a double kill. Good flash from Pobelter, but wow, that did not go the way they had hoped. Crumbs just not able to get the last of that damage there. Beautiful play from Kennen. Getting the ignite off, getting the hits off under the turret. That was just, I mean, that's, you know, that's your worst nightmare as a jungler. You get him low health and you just can't quite finish him under a tower.
Yeah.
Bottom lane pushed pretty hard here from Aframu and Nat.
Yeah, Corki is getting out CS a lot.
Which is surprising. Corki pretty good CSing, and he'll be even better once he hits 6 and picks up his ult and he can spam, but...
Well, it's not that much actually. He had creeps on tower. It's about the same amount of CS. Crumbs is level 3 though, a bit behind. Won't be able to secure nice ganks.
Yeah, that death there on top of sitting at top for a long time is going to hurt him.
Yeah. Also guys, I don't know if you noticed, the reason why Kennen survived is as soon as he started taking a lot of damage, he used a potion, and that gave him at least 100 health before reaching his tower. So that Lee Sin auto attack would have killed him if he didn't use the potion.
Yeah, I think it's something a lot of us forget is to use that potion once a fight starts, because it isn't instant health. You know, it takes time to add on.
Yeah.
And ignite is going to hurt it even worse if they can get an ignite on you. So you really want to pop that as soon as you think you're in trouble. And a little bit more passive here farming top. Pobelter taking a lot of damage from Kennen when he does get those couple of hits off. Looks like Crumb's just running through mid here, not actually looking for a gank.
EG spots Crumbs taking his rates.
Yeah, really
With
good
that
ward
ward on the
placement from
Yeah.
EG. There hasn't been a whole lot they've missed. You know, they were able to catch elements out when he was going to place a ward. So, very, very good play.
Yeah, they have a straight line going from river till bottom lane. Everything is revealed, so all the lanes are safe.
in the CS war, actually even down at bottom. Annie is a little bit ahead of Galio by about 10, but Aurelia is way behind Kennen. And Kennen getting the stun off there. About even in the damage that went out. Pobelter pushed to his tower again. Gonna have to try to find some way to regain some CS here. He's fallen pretty hard behind Kennen.
Yeah.
Comes Crumbs for a gank though. Kennen will ult and get out just fine. Took a good bit of damage, but once the ult was popped, there really wasn't a whole lot they could do to chase on him. They'd have just ended up stunned. Very good jobs by Wings. He's playing a very solid top lane.
Yeah, I agree.
Looks like Galio possibly heading bottom here.
Oh man, Curse doesn't have any coverage for that.
No, they're not going to see it at all, especially Galio is past level 6, so he's going to have that ult. Possibly saved by the push there. Up top, Pobelter in trouble again. He's going to go down. Good gank by Unstoppable there, and Wings just very far ahead at this point. It's only going to get worse from here. And bottom possibly saved there by the fact those minions pushed just as Galio came in. Looks like, yeah, at this point we're going back to a little bit more passive farming. That's one of the things with Nocturne, though. He's already got 2 kills. He's going to get really hard to deal with. Nocturne, one of those junglers that if he doesn't pick up a ton of farm or kills early, you can kind of deal with him late game. But once he's powerful enough to kind of start disregarding towers and just go after people, he's just going to start picking on lanes until we get out of the lane phase.
Yeah.
Bot lane, actually still about even. Sivir doing a very good job here of CSing. Usually we see Corki start to get out ahead of other champions, but Sivir actually in the lead by a couple. And Nocturne taking down the warded dragon, and Epik will go ahead and go for the first dragon of the game here. Don't think Curse suspects it yet, or if they do, they've decided not to go after it.
Yeah, Pobelter is just pushing the top lane, as he should. He can't really roam down to help them.
Yeah, I'm just going to go farm a little bit more. And Annie at mid actually getting about 20 CS ahead of Galio now.
Yeah, and she does have the gold per 5, so she's going for that pure burst onto whoever carry she wants to kill. If you get DFG with Rabadon's set cap, the new DFG has more range, more damage. It doesn't have any more cooldown reduction or mana regen though, but it's still a really strong item.
And wasn't the mana regen actually removed?
Yeah, mana regen and the cooldown reduction was removed.
Yeah. Makes it a little more viable for non-mana AP players.
Yeah. Like Katarina. I've been playing a lot of that champion. Go for DFG Hex Tech and just burst down one person so fast.
And Galio trying to get some harass out here. Gonna push the wave into the turret. Element's going on to Janna, but not able to put out anything serious there. No big damage one way or the other. Wow. More damage on the Pobelter here. He's in trouble again. Not gonna die, but he's pretty much zoned at this point. Yeah, not a whole lot he's gonna be able to do there. He's gonna have to rely on Crumbs to come in here and help him out. I think hoping that Wings is gonna try to dive here. But he doesn't appear to be taking the bait. Oh, and Crumbs missing the Q there. Yeah, Wings is going to get out just fine. This top lane is just not going well at all for Curse. Pobelter's getting dominated, and they haven't had any luck with ganks.
Yeah, it's just really hard to deal with an AD ranged laning against a melee ranged bruiser like Irelia. I mean, he is building AP for late game, but going AD early game was a really good choice from Wings. And he got an early kill, so that helped him out quite a lot.
Alright, mid. Still going back and forth. A lot of damage out there. Oh, wow, the magic resist on Galio. I mean, that Q from Annie barely hurt him. He's going to get really hard to deal with. I don't see Annie being able to take him down here, so it's really going to become a farm war. And for having 3 kills, this game's been fairly passive. We haven't seen a whole lot of aggressive play. We did see the one really good gank from Nocturne to top, but the rest have just kind of been in the normal laning phase that we've seen, and actually mostly from Kennen. We've seen the domination. There was elements getting caught out, but that was just a good ward from Epik and very, very good play from Unstoppable. We haven't seen a whole lot of aggression. Neither team wanting to give up anything big here. But Curse, it seems like they're just losing by inches, especially in that top lane. Pobelter now down about 30 farm. But the kill and assist on Kennen is going to put him pretty far ahead.
It's fine though, 20-30 farm is okay. Just because you're Irelia and late game, you're more unstoppable than Kennen.
Well, and it really comes down to if they keep the pressure up. Like, if they keep pressuring Pobelter, then they can keep him really under farm, but if they decide that they've got him beat and move on to other lanes, Irelia is one of those champions that can farm their way back into a game pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But if they keep the pressure up, keep ganking, it really could get tough. Just farming up even more. Galio's got enough magic resist now that Annie doesn't really hurt him that badly.
Oh, beautiful Gen ultimate, pushing Taric right into Sivir's damage.
Yeah, Element's caught out again there.
Yeah, he was going for the pink ward.
Yep, and, you know, not a bad idea, but you got to be careful. Epik is doing such a great job of warding this game that when you go out that far to place your own ward, I mean, they're going to see you and they're going to be collapsing on you.
Yeah, and Annie was also getting her own blue by herself, so she wasn't present mid to stop Galio from roaming down. It was just a dangerous time to go kill their pink ward.
Irelia jumping onto Kennen, getting a decent amount of damage off, but not really enough to phase Kennen. He's just going to stand back and throw in some auto attacks. And we should see Epik. I guess they have the dragon timer going for dragon here in just a minute. Yep. And I don't think there's anything Curse can do to stop them at this point. Yeah, I don't even know if they know what's going on right now.
Yeah, they do have the CV up. Just watching them take it, but there's nothing they can do to stop them.
And looks like pretty much at this point Epik is winning pretty much every lane. Farm is not, it's not a bad loss at bottom, but the deaths on elements really have